boss has to be B rank. No, he's way stronger. Take a look.
So he thinks he's stronger than a B rank.
That building was going to be the HQ for the guild for 30 billion and will keep going up.
Which makes some sense.
19 successful raids from now, it's all yours.
You welcome us, wouldn't you?
Hey. Oh, hey.
Nice to meet.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown and I am back with another episode of Solo Leveling. This is episode 7 called Let's See How Far I Can Go. Now I had done this episode previously, unfortunately Streamlabs, it got all messed up and I could not access the recording, so here we are. Decided I would do my reactions for episode 8, 9, and 10 and then come back to 7. It's not completely fresh reaction, but I'm hoping that this will be a little bit better than if I completely left it out or just came right back to episode 7 again right after I had just done it. Now the previous episode, they were in that dungeon with this other group of guys that had obviously set them up. You could kind of tell that they were setting them up pretty early on. Just didn't know how badly they were setting them up. Like, to die, take credit for all their shit, and just leave them for dead. But obviously, that's not what happened. You got Jinwoo leveling up without anybody knowing it because they don't understand what's going on with him. He is leveling up in ways that don't make sense to the current system that most of these people are using. And towards the end of the last episode, they're like, okay, now the real hunt begins. And the real hunt, in that case, was him against all these other human beings, except for the kid that they had also planned on killing. So he kills all of them, comes out, and they just kind of take him and the other kid's word for it because the kid is really well off and he's got super fancy brand new gear that's top of the line, just came out. So they don't really question them. But I think we also saw a short clip of the brother of the leader of the previous group finding out what happens, and pretty sure at some point he's going to be after them, but so far I haven't seen any sign of that. Not really, maybe a little bit, but. And this episode is Let's See How Far I Can Go. From what I recall, just trying to go through a dungeon or activity that would have been much harder for him to accomplish before, and some of his activities enabling him to kind of continue on past the max level. So let's go ahead, start the episode.
A D rank and an E rank are the only ones who made it out alive.
I imagine they fled.
You would think, but they defeated the boss and cleared the dungeon. Jinwoo seems to have been armed with expensive gear that might explain how.
What's the issue then? You're making a report here.
The other hunter was also a survivor of that double dungeon. It's Jinwoo Sung, sir.
He was the E rank.
Mm-hmm.
One of the 6 deceased is Dong Se Kwang.
The infamous Dong Su Huang's older brother. I can see why you brought this to me.
Is that fried chicken? What's the occasion?
Let's just say I've got our bills covered for now, including Mom's.
Yeah, that's not weird at all coming from a cheapskate like you.
I mean, when you don't have money, you have to be a cheapskate.
You didn't end up in the hospital this time, so your party was super strong, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
guess so.
Bet you beat the bad guys easily.
I really did. When the time came, I didn't hesitate for a second. I resented them for thinking they were even close to my league. As leveling up also made me
he's
braver.
dripping beer on himself. I did not notice that the first time around.
Those weren't magic beasts, though. They were humans.
Hey, is everything all right with you over there?
Yeah.
No, not really. He just killed a bunch of people and he doesn't really feel anything about it, other than they were stupid for thinking they were in his league.
What matters is getting stronger so I can stay alive and help my family. What? A harmful substance?
Yeah, I really thought when they did that harmful substance thing for the beer that it was going to create some kind of problem because he was drinking those harmful substances, but instead it was like, no, they made accommodations for it.
I'm not even buzzed. A buff from the system must be killing the effects of the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
A blessing? Health and longevity. Disables toxic and abnormal conditions. Improved regenerative capacity. My reward for the double dungeon. Explains why my missing limbs came back. But there's still a lot I don't know.
Hey, sorry to bother you, but you've got a call from some guy named Jinwoo.
Huh?
Huh? Whoa, easy on the beer, dude. It's poison in a can.
I'm not dying from beer.
When I become a doctor, don't expect me to treat you.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that when you're a doctor. You have to treat people no matter how much you think they shouldn't be treated.
I mean, yeah, but most likely she wouldn't be treating her family. 'Cause generally they try to avoid that.
Kept quiet, so I consider us pretty much square.
Of course. I mean, why would I blab? I know you only did that in self-defense.
Anyway, what's up?
I'd really like to put together a strike team and thought that
That's
you
a hard pass.
19 more is all I ask!
Oddly specific. What, do you want to be a guild master?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Fine, go on.
Coffee.
I need at least 20 raids worth of experience to get my license, and I'm 19 away.
And that will give him extra experience.
It's just the hands-on stuff.
Hands-on stuff.
You're the second son of Eugene Construction CEO.
My father is in the process of forming a guild.
For a construction company?
Yes.
The remains of higher-ranked beasts are used for a number of things. It's found in a dungeon. Chances are it holds some monetary value. You employ to go around clearing gates, then your corporation cashes in.
Man, you are sharp. He'll hire an S-rank hunter to be the leader, and then my brother will be the VP.
An S rank? He's gonna poach one of them?
Ding, ding, ding.
So you're gonna rack up enough experience to be qualified and change your father's mind.
Yes, that's the goal. You want to raid while hiding your power, don't you? And I want to raid with hunters who are lower ranked. My dad would be much more convinced. Boss has to be B rank. No, he's way stronger. Take a look.
So he thinks he's stronger than a B rank.
That building was going to be the HQ for the guild for 30 billion and will keep going up.
Which makes some sense.
19 successful raids from now, it's all yours.
There was a time I would have jumped at an offer like that, but now I'm the sole person who can level up. If I keep increasing, I could even reach S rank. 30 billion is honestly chump change with that in mind. It's just too risky. I'm sorry.
I was not happy when he turned it down.
Work with me on this, and I swear to you, I'll take your secret to the grave!
I know that he doesn't trust the whole situation, and he's got reason to, but... So I had said on the previous recording that even if he has no intention to blab his mouth off or say anything to anybody, you never know when you're in a situation where you might just shoot off at the mouth more than you usually would because you're drunk or on drugs or somebody's torturing you or who knows.
My brother was murdered.
Any evidence that your brother...
Intel.
What are the consequences of killing someone abroad?
Are you serious? In a country with an extradition treaty, you would have to stand trial there. But if they don't, you'd be sent home for prosecution.
So I wonder where he is since he's specifically saying someone abroad.
How far am I booked out?
For the immediate future.
Then it can wait. But pencil it in. D-rank hunter Jinwoo. E-rank hunter Jinwoo Sung. You bastards better stay alive till I have time to deal with you.
Just pencil in my killing of somebody abroad. I'll do it when I'm ready.
All I ever do is study. It's like super unhealthy.
Right, so much worse than eating a whole mountain of chicken. If we had 30 billion, what would you do with it?
Where is this coming from? It's too unrealistic.
But if it weren't, saving it is a good idea. Maybe getting a decent place, vehicle, making sure all your taxes are in order for that place and that vehicle, and not overspending.
Go back? 11 out of 10. So it tracks how much I run even after I hit the goal. Huh. Alright then, let's see how far I can go.
Yay for extra credit. Woohoo!
Finally. I was starting to think I would never catch up to you.
I'm gonna run a little more.
Off he goes.
Maxed out at 20 kilometers.
Which was double the needed level, I guess.
Became a secret quest because I doubled all of the reps? Yes.
It'd be funny if completing the secret quest turned it in, like, didn't count as completing the daily quest. So you had to run another 10 kilometers and do 100 of the exercises.
Choice of random loot boxes.
Okay, so this was in the blessed random box.
The Demon's Castle. S rank? What? There's a magical cure-all in there. The elixir of life. Seems too good to be true. Whatever's in here will be on the same level as the Jeju Island dungeon break. That's rank hunters couldn't contain.
Okay. That's good to know.
Do I even have a chance?
Not really. I don't think so.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
Not right now.
The second it gets too intense, I'll use the teleportation stone.
Sure you will.
I refuse to die in a place like this.
Right. This is exactly where you would die. Come on.
I've hardly damaged it, and that's with the buff of my wolf assassin title. No dice, huh?
Yeah, a lot of the games that I play, you get into a level that's way above yours, and just the littlest shit will just fucking kill you. Some of them, one hit and you're dead. There's like no defending yourself. Because you're in over your head.
That attack sapped half of my health. It doubled its stats.
Like, even if you have the time to heal yourself and use all your extras and shit like that, you end up going through all of them, having nothing to show for it, and still dead.
Too fast. No, no, no! That rage status will go away in 3 minutes. Might be time to...
You lost it.
A few more hits and I'm done for. I have a store. I'll take 3. One just heals 100 HP. Not enough. Poison.
It's poison in a can.
I'm not dying. I have to try. Here we go. I'm still in this! The rage effect wore off.
Right to the eyeballs.
No thanks.
Kablooey. He is down. You are bleeding out all over the place. Leveling up all over the place. That was interesting.
It's for the elixir. No way. I know if I go in that castle, I'll die.
Yep.
I'll get stronger and come back. Count on it.
At least he had the good sense to fucking leave. Jesus Christ. And in the 3 episodes we've watched so far, he still hasn't come back to it. So I'm glad about that, because to me that would just be a death wish.
Yep, and the key he just got was A rank, or like A acquisition difficulty. So he's probably around A rank right now.
Yeah, because the kid was saying he thinks he's above B rank.
Yeah.
When they do go through these C rank dungeons, they get through them pretty quickly and easily, it seems. So not just B, they're a little bit above B, otherwise they wouldn't be doing the C rank ones so easily. Well, he is. The kid's not, but... This is frustrating. Yeah, so next week's episode, episode 8, this is frustrating. It was like that feature where he was able to do extra on top of the daily requirements. From what I remember, that he like maxes it out and then it goes away. Like they stop allowing that. Oh yeah, there's this loot box that he gets. It's a fucking bingo card. That just cracked me the fuck up.
I thought it was funny how when Jinwoo, I think is what his name is, when he was trying to get him to join up with him, at the end he like threatens him basically. And
He did? How did he threaten him?
he said that if you join up with me, then your secret will come with me to the grave.
Oh, yeah.
Which implies that if he doesn't join up with him,
not,
then-
right.
And Jinwoo turns his head like, we both know you're too scared of me to actually follow through on that threat.
Seriously. Like, come on, kid. You know you're way too weak. Oh, boy. All right, that is all that I have for you this week. I will see you next week with episode 8. Bye.
Is there more?
We'll just have to tune in next week to find out, won't we?
And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.